Here in the Bay Area, the crowds have not been quite as large, but the passion is certainly still there. Protesters in downtown Tampa were expecting up to 5,000 people to join them today. And that's where Fox 13's Steph DiPietrantonio is live tonight. And Steph, what are you seeing there with the crowd?
Hey there, Deborah. Take a look behind me here. You can see they're gathering, kind of getting an idea what they want to do later on this evening. They did have a march earlier today. Now, this was not the 5,000 I was told last night they were expecting here today, but still an impressive showing and exceeded expectations, as I was told by several protesters. Now, a short while ago, the group did march around the block. They rallied on the front steps of the old and vacant federal courthouse. Now, a group of them spent the night on the sidewalks at Curtis Hickson Park. And they say they're here to stay until their message gets through, but as of yet, we still have no clear definition of what that singular message is. Now, unlike protests around the world, where, as you saw earlier, violence has erupted, this Tampa occupation has been largely peaceful.
It has been cordial. There has been mutual respect on both sides, though there has been some disagreement as to the application of some specific city ordinances.
You know, the protesters need to be given some credit here because, you know, they have abided by the law. And anytime there's been an issue, we were able to talk to them and engage with them and resolve those differences. They don't want to be arrested, and we don't want to arrest them.
And as you can see, it's been fairly loud but largely peaceful here today as they're gathering here in the Lakes Gaslight Park. Now, coming up tonight after the game, you're going to hear what some newlyweds have to say as a group of they probably had about 500 to 600 here today, how they crashed their wedding photo shoot. It was all around good for both parties involved, but you should hear what they had to say once hundreds of people descended on their wedding photo shoot. Live here downtown, Steph DiPietrantonio, Fox 13 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph. Appreciate it.
This is the Fox 13 10 o'clock news.
After weeks of small gatherings all around the city, Occupy protests pick up steam, not only in Tampa, but across the Bay as well. Hi there, I'm Deborah Bowden. Thanks for staying up late with us. First on Fox tonight, the Occupy movement moving from Wall Street to Main Street. About 1,000 protesters crowded Times Square in New York City today. They were carrying signs, blowing horns, banging drums, and chanting, "We are the 99%. Well, here in the Bay Area, protests have been noisy, but peaceful for the most part. The crowds aren't nearly as large as those in New York City, of course, but still hundreds have shown up today, marching and waving signs. Fox 13's Steph DiPietrantonio spent the day with the protesters as they shouted their message all over downtown Tampa.
This is what Occupy Tampa looks like, taking their message on the move Saturday afternoon.
Show me what democracy looks like!
And for a time, occupying the front steps of the old federal courthouse downtown. They marched on the sidewalks and accidentally crashed the wedding photo shoot of Mark and Julie Berlich. Well, these are the last people the happily married Berwicks expected on their blessed day.
Well, it makes for some interesting photographs, that's for sure.
Hundreds of people wishing them well.
Are having a lot of fun, and everybody's been really congratulatory, and it's been a good time.
Tampa's occupation has been peaceful.
We have received tremendous support from the community.
Joe J says they've worked hard to keep the peace. Non-violent, as this man's sign says, but not happy with big government. Friday, we were told to expect upwards of 5,000 people from all over Florida.
We have people from Pensacola, we have people from Miami, we have people from New York.
But roughly several hundred came. Better, they say, than when they started a week ago. They worked well with the Tampa Police Department.
It has been cordial. There has been mutual respect on both sides, though there has been some disagreement as to the application of some specific city ordinances.
If you don't break the law, you won't have any problems.
Captain Brian Dugan says you can't get your message heard from the back seat of a cruiser.
The protesters need to be given some credit here because, you know, they have abided by the law. And anytime there's been an issue, we were able to talk to them and engage with them and resolve those differences.
Tampa's occupation will continue indefinitely. Steph DiPietrantonio, Fox 13 News.
Occupy Tampa still hasn't said what exactly it is that they want. They also haven't offered any solutions to the problems they're protesting.